Welcome back to another figure review. In this review, we're going to take a look at Hiya Toys Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Scout figure. This is the box that it comes in. The box is pretty much all black. It is a front large window box with a red strip around the window box. Here on the bottom left, we have the Predator image of the figure. On the right here, we have Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Scout. Then we have warning for choking hazards and a Hiya Toy logo there. These are also recommended for anybody over the age of 15. Top of the box says Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Scout. The bottom of the box is the same as the top. Side of the box basically says Predator 2. See a little bit of the shoulder of the figure. The other side is pretty much the same as the other side. The back of the box shows a picture of a predator with his skull held over his head. We have Exquisite Mini Predator 2 Scout there at the top. And Exquisite Mini is a new standard setting series for 1/18 scale featuring super articulation action figures under Hiya Toys. Use their Twitter account. Here's their Facebook account. Here's the company contact information. This is actually a 20th Century Fox trademark. Here's a UPC, if that helps you track this down. And at the bottom we have two product shots here. And here we have also reminding you that choking hazards for anybody under 3 years of age and recommended for 15 or older. This is considered adult collectible and not for children. So let's go ahead and get him out of the box. Inside the box there's just a back drop in here. It kind of looks like this. I'm not sure what that could be, an arm or waist. Also in the box we have a product insert that shows you the different predators that are available. And on the back we have some more. Good way to, if you're trying to collect them all, you know which ones you're looking for. The figure accessories are held in a clamshell here. Yeah, there's no tape, it's just held together by friction. It actually has several accessories that look pretty cool. Let's get him out of there. Top piece. Okay, here's the Scout Predator. Looking pretty awesome. Figure's done mostly in a very dark metal looking with some brown, some black wash for his armor and his clothing. The body's yellow. You can see here we have a fishnet design on his legs and chest and stomach. If you might notice what I've already noticed, a very bright yellow armor. Not sure what's going on there. I almost thought when I first seen it they forgot to paint it. But if you look around on the back, there is some paint on the back of the arm. So his arm isn't as bright here. It's the back of the figure. And the details on these dreads are pretty cool. These dreads are individual on all the Predator figures. That's pretty wild. Now I already heated the joints. If you're buying anything from Hiya Toys, you need to make sure you're heating up your figures before you use them, because you will break those joints. They come stuck basically, or stiff you want to call it, And when I was actually doing that, some yellow paint come out on my fingers, so there's definitely some paint stuck in. You want to heat that up and slowly manipulate the joint to working order. So with that being said, let's take a look at the articulation. The articulation has on his neck here, it just turns side to side and it will stop whenever the hair hits the shoulder. You can kind of force it our way around, but I wouldn't recommend it. He does turn that much. His head here goes up that much, down that much. His helmet or mask here is not removable. It's a very nice shoulder pad here. Sticks up over his shoulder. He does have shoulder pads on each one, this one being larger. Okay, I'm very carefully going to manipulate these. So you can use his arms up that far until those shoulder pads hit the top of his arm. It's already getting stiffer out the way. So these arms will rotate 360 all the way around if you wish to do that. There is articulation here. You can actually spin that if you wish. He does have bendable elbows. Get you almost 90, but not quite because of the gauntlet on his arm. Now this figure has that same articulation here in the upper bicep, but it's going to be almost impossible to use when you have this armor attached to it. This one also does have the same articulation. It bends, gets you that much. Now for the hands, they do rotate 360, both of them. And this one kind of goes in and out a little bit. Like so. This one has some movement also, in and out. They do wobble some in there, so I'm not sure what that's all about. So here at the chest, we have a ab crunch, so to speak, and swivel. Okay, here he does have joints here at his hips that you can raise his legs up so far. Now you may get just a tad bit more, but I'm not going to force these. There is a swivel here at the hips and also a swivel here at the thighs, but to manipulate this joint, that one always turns, so it is what it is, I guess. Now actually, both knees are the same. They are double jointed knees. So very carefully hold close as you can. And you want to see that there's one, and then we need to get this one. Ooh. They go about that far. You may get a little bit more, but I'm not too. Yeah, that's about it. Even though I'm not going to force those knees. Fortunately, you do not get replacement joints. So, in the feet, we'll rotate 360 if you desire. It looks like there may have been a joint in there that you can pivot down. But yeah, I have not been able to get that to function that well. Just a tad bit. And again, you have to use caution not to break your figure, because these are pretty much, they're super fragile figures. Playing with these, they might cause them to break. These are very cool though. There's accessories. It's like it comes with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 accessories, if you want to call it that. Okay, we'll take a look at this first. This is a staff. It is done in a dark metal silver with a heavy black wash on it. comes with a figure stand. It's a muddy stand with one peg. These are interlockable with other Predator stands, and you get two I or H brackets, whatever you want to call them. It doesn't really matter. So we have two brackets, and it is set like this. And then you connect the other stand to it. Very simple. You also get a very cool alien skull. So I'm assuming this is the front because that looks like his teeth. It's the side of it. There's the bottom. This is like it's not white, and a very dirty color. Very light tannish with a heavy dirty brown wash on it. Very evil looking. And then here you get the hands and his throwing blade disc are taped in. So you get an open hand. Okay. Hard to hold on these little hands. And the other one is a open hand also. So the ones that it comes with are two gripping hands to hold his accessories. Maybe one of these hands actually hold that as a disc. Okay, let's see if we get the disc out of there. I think it's stuck in there pretty good. There we go. See if we can hold this thing. It's a round silver throwing disc that they use in the movie. It looks like there is actually some holes in it that he put his fingers through. Let's see, I'm not sure. You may be able to stick your fingers in there. That one don't seem to be too. Yeah, that one seems to be the best hand if you're going to actually try to get that to fit. You might be able to force a few fingers in those holes to get it if you want to. But it's just hard to see through the camera. But the option's there. You can see the holes. I did also notice on his side here, it looks like there's a place to put this. There's actually two little pegs inside, if you can see that. If you can line those up and get it to stay, it'll kind of stay on its hip there. But again, it's hard to see through the camera, so I'll give you the best idea like that. Pretty cool. He does have his gauntlet blades here. They are retractable. Which is very cool. These are super fragile and flimsy. So I'd be careful with those. So his hand seemed pretty stiff. I just don't see the diameter of this. It seems awful thick for that hand. Just don't see him holding that without breaking that hand. Okay, so we are going to try. Those blades are getting in the way. Yeah, that's at that diameter here. That looks like it's a more of a harder. I mean, I could imagine trying to get that thicker piece in his hand. I'm breaking that wrist or hand. He kind of does hold it. I definitely want to take some more hair dryer to this figure. You can still hear some tight joints on it. So there he is there. Let's see for comparisons. Here is a General from Marauder Task Force. If you really want to get pretty creative in your storyline, here's Master Chief, the 1/18 scale. He actually is taller than the Predator figure, so that'd definitely give me room for his money. I don't have anything else available. Here's a Star Wars figure if you're interested. This is a Grief Karga. So that's how they kind of fare with other figure lines. The General will be pretty much the same representation for a G.I. Joe or a Joey Toy figure. They're about the same height. So when these actual figures were released, they were $19.99. This is kind of a older one it's been released for a while, so I'm sure you can still find him if you look on some websites. But we have to pay a little bit more for him. So this has been a review for Hiya Toys Predator 2 Scout figure. Hope you guys enjoy it. And hopefully it helps you decide if you want to either try to pick this figure up or many of its counterparts for your collection. And if you guys haven't subscribed, I really appreciate you consider subscribing. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And we will see you in the next review. And thanks for watching.